Hey folks, welcome to the Generational Gap. I am Robert, your resident Gen Xer, and right over there, John, our resident millennial. John, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty all right. Not too terrible.
Well, I'd never use the word pretty to describe you, but you know.
Someone might.
John, speaking of
Robert.
pretty, 2 days. 2 days away.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes,
2 days away.
that is correct.
Quest Vending in the
Friday
house. I see Elephant Man
What's
was
up,
up there
Quest?
as well. How are we doing this
And
evening,
Elephant
folks?
Mans.
Good to see you. Yep, 2 days away, John. 2 days. Friday.
That's right.
Friday. The
Yes.
big reveal. Got to get your
Big reveal of my chin, which I
uh,
haven't seen in like a decade.
Quest. Let me go ahead and clarify something for you. John will not be pretty after
It's
the
not
shave.
true. Right.
He will not
Correct.
be pretty at
Will
all.
not. It's
Um,
not gonna be
He
fun. No.
the only thing pretty is going to be my laughter and my rich enjoyment. That will be beautiful, actually.
Quite.
I can't wait for this. Have you been making preparations? How you're going to get all your stuff together and
Yeah.
do
I
it for
have.
the stream? And that's
Right.
awesome. It's nice.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time for all except for me. Yeah.
So, any other big and exciting things happening in your life, just the fear of cold wind on your cheeks and chin?
Yeah. Just the fear of overexposure. Even.
I see Saint has joined us as well as Ed in the house. Good to see you,
Oh
Ed.
shit.
Ed thinks he's first. You must remember Henry. I mean, come on, Ed.
Right.
Seriously,
Henry's first, clearly.
more chins than the chime bum.
Shiny. Yep. I think I only have the one chin though.
How would you know? I mean, how are you gonna know
Well, because I
till you
can
shave
feel
it
it.
up? Till you shave it
I can
off.
feel it.
No. You got to go back here. You got to go further back to find the second chin. The second chin is well underneath.
No.
Yes, it. This is
No, I'm
it.
saying I don't have it. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
no, you're just you don't have to acknowledge it with the beard there.
Well, we'll find out. We'll
Yes,
find out
we
on Friday,
will.
won't
We
we?
are gonna find out. It's so exciting. I'm so
Super
excited.
exciting.
Uh, Quest says, "Where's Saint? I don't see him. He was in. He was in there. He said.
You
He
have
said good
to
evening,
change
bitches."
your chat to
Oh,
live chat instead of
yeah.
top chat.
You're in top chat, not live chat.
Yep.
Saint is a live
Saint
chat kind of
exists in
guy.
live chat, not top chat.
Any of his bitches remarks will
Yep.
always go into live chat. He's on YouTube, but
It's on YouTube.
go up and look in your chat. It says top chat up there at the top of your chat. Change that to live chat, and you'll be able to see what he said because he
Yep.
used a potty mouth word.
He did.
He used a potty mouth word.
It's because I use profanity, bitch tits. He says.
Um,
That's funny. He does.
okay, I just got to say it, John. Little did I know, but shit's still fucking crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
why is shit still fucking crazy? Why? let me let me run something crazy by you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now I want you. Okay. California is weighing equitable math using equitable math because um, the actual goal of obtaining a correct answer in math. Are you ready
Hmm.
for this? The idea of obtaining a correct answer in math is racist.
Racist.
It is
Right.
racist to try and achieve the right answer in math. It because it promotes a white supremacy culture. Because the focus is on getting the right answer.
Yep.
It's the right. It's not the correct answer, right? Because if you say the right answer, it's the right answer. Okay.
Who's the right wing? Yeah, right wing answer. Gosh,
Oh, independent practice is valued over teamwork or collaboration. You have to practice math. Who knew? Homework, right? And
hmm
just FYI, nobody ever tells you when you're doing your homework, you must do this alone.
Right.
I mean, has a school ever told you when you go home to do your homework, don't get with a friend and work on it together and help each other out? You must do this alone.
Right. No, that's
I
never
don't think
happened.
you ever.
Not
All right, here
once.
we see.
No.
Real world math is valued over math in the real world. That's one of the problems. That real world.
Wait, you want to say that again?
Yeah. Real world math is valued over math in the real world. Can you explain that?
Huh.
Here's another one. Students are tracked into courses, pathways,
No,
and within the classroom.
I
Students
cannot.
are tracked. You mean they're actually checking to see if they're doing the homework and making the grade in math? Like they're whether they're getting it or not? Oh no. Because, math is, everybody gets math, right? Participation structures reinforce dominant ways of being. How?
Reinforce dominant ways of being.
Yeah, participation structures.
What
I
kind of
don't.
fucking?
Here's more problems.
What kind of
Students
fucking like?
students are required to show their work. This is part of white
Was
supremacy
that
culture too.
racist?
Yes, students are
To be fair,
required to
I've
show
always
their
hated
work.
that part.
Sure.
So I agree with that. Actually, that
I
is actually
well,
white supremacy
I
and
don't.
racism and patriarchy
Right.
and capitalism all at the same time.
I don't have a problem with showing your work. What I have a problem with is when they say there's only one path to get to the answer,
Right.
right? But grading.
See, I was just hated having to show my work because I didn't. Most of the time, I'm just guessing at the answer anyway. So like, what? I'm not gonna want me to guess how I got to guess my guess answer. No, like, no, I'm not doing it.
Here.
Or like multiple choice tests, but you still had to like have this scrap piece of paper that you had to show your work on. I'm like, no, I'm just bubbling stuff in. Like, I'm
Christmas
not
tree. I'm just
doing
Christmas
this
tree.
test.
Right.
Right, right, exactly.
All
I
right.
don't have any work to show you.
Are you ready for this one? Here's another problem.
Yeah.
Grading practices are focused on lack of knowledge. The fucking teachers keep telling the kids what they're doing wrong. It's racist.
That is very racist, I suppose. I don't know. I guess I mean I know that the left think that the left I know the left thinks black people are stupid, but like they don't have to like constantly be out with it. They don't have to constantly be telling us about it. Like we know you think that.
And
Like,
and here's
it's okay. We know you think that.
here's one, and this one just blows my fucking mind right out of the fucking water. It's a problem that language acquisition is equated with mathematical proficiency. Word problems are a
Okay.
problem. You have to be able to
Um.
read to be able to do math. God forbid.
Right. Right. Well, there are actually like there is something to be said about the cultural bias for a test. So it could be something like, what weighs less, a dog, um, or a parakeet, right? If you don't know what a parakeet is, then how do you know if it weighs less or not? Or if you just never encountered one, then how would you know which one weighs less? You know what I mean? So, like that, there is something to be said with like a cultural bias sort of thing, but
What the
yeah,
fuck,
I
dude?
mean, obviously you should be able to read. Obviously you should be able to read.
Right? I thought that was kind of one of the goals of fucking school is to be able to
Right,
read
yeah,
and
yeah.
speak
Literacy.
and communicate properly. That's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what? Math, right? How are you going to tell someone your issue that you need solved with math without being able to communicate it to them? Well, look, buddy, I gotta build this. I gotta build this shed, and I'm not sure how to do it. Right? You got to explain what you want. You know, I don't know. I'm confused. Uh, Saint said I curse more than oh, he's talking about his cursing. He just curses so much.
I like what he said though. Curse more than an Irish sailor on a British cutter.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Says
He
that
would
guy
curse
should
quite
be
a bit.
that guy should be running the air traffic controllers over DC. You climb on the PC rocket ship. Quest says you climb on the PC rocket ship. I'll fly to Mars on the one sent with racist math rocket science.
It's true. Might as well.
Saint says, well, the question was never whether or not this would infect hard sciences. The question was when. And this is another step towards that woke math that they're talking about. But I mean, this is, I don't know. This is in effect telling me that they need to they want to dumb math down.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to lie. I always saw math, especially when you get into later years in high school and into college. It's really just teaching you how to run scientific calculators, like how to use a calculator, right?
Whatever. I don't. Yeah, you don't need that shit.
Right.
Like, unless you're planning on going into a field that uses it.
Right.
Like, you can learn that in college, right? When you're going for whatever field you're going
for.
for.
I mean, I understand, but I mean, I wind up, especially like we've been doing stuff here around the house, getting it ready for selling and that, having to. So I'm using math constantly, doing.
You might use area,
right.
that sort of shit.
Right. Well, right. We're using
diameter, and yeah. Might use some of that.
But I mean, it's not only does it sound like they want to continue turning out illiterate students, but they want to make them math illiterate as well. And I'm sorry, but no matter what anybody says, you do use math a lot as you go through life, right? How many times do you
general math?
Right, general math, but like stuff that you're doing in your head, right? But you got to know it well enough to where
subtraction, multiplication, division, that stuff. Yes,
right, figuring out, solving for A, you can do that kind of stuff, right?
Even that simple algebra, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, you want to be proficient enough to be able to do that, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That requires a level of math literacy. And not only that, but I mean, you need a level of language proficiency as well, even to communicate it in your own head, to sort out how you want to solve that situation, solve that problem. It's stupid to me. It's fucking insane. Are you kidding me? Keeping it real with real world math. This is the slippery slope of No Child Left Behind. Elephant Man says, "Thanks, W." Exactly. This is where it all goes. I mean, it's the whenever you have this convergence of lefties and education, it just keeps getting worse.
Well, it's when you put feelings into, deciding policy. That's the problem, right? You're like, well, we don't want the kids to feel bad, so we need to obviously you have to bring everything down to the lowest common denominator with a math thing, and obviously that's going to be having to dumb everything down so that even the dumbest kid can get it. And of course, that leaves anyone else who's not dumb, that leaves them high and dry.
You know how they say success is sweet? Right? Success is sweet, right? I will tell you this from pure experience, that the sweetest success is the success that is built upon previous failure. When you when you fail once, twice, whatever, and then finally succeed, man, that shit's awesome, right? You work at something where, guess what? You need to be shown that you failed at shit. It makes you want to try harder to not fail the next time. But this idea that you don't want anybody to know that fuck feeling bad. Fuck feeling bad.
I know.
Oh my God, you're going to be, it's this idea that, well, maybe it's the idea that kids aren't going to need any fucking education soon because they'll just have all their money given to them.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
what the fuck? Uh, Quest says, you think China, India, or Russia are doing any of this bullshit? No, they're getting ready to take
No,
over the
they're
world.
doing better.
They're
Although, yeah,
they're counting troops right now. I'll tell you that.
they're using a lot of math. To
Yeah,
count the
they're doing a
troops.
lot of math right now.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, and I was gonna say about China. They're sending they're sending people to like manliness classes.
Nice.
So I'm kind of like, I don't know, like
You
they're
know,
obviously having their own problems as well with with that.
they wouldn't have to do that if they would do one simple thing, just find a way to genetically alter them, their people to be, I don't know, a foot taller. If they were taller, they would be more intimidating, right? Like,
Sure.
I'm just saying. Uh, you know, look at Americans. We're tall. We're intimidating, aren't we? No.
Generally, yeah.
Saint says, to quote an old genius, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Quest says, I do believe there is more than one correct solution to
Woo-hoo's
most
everyone.
real-world problems. Elephant Man says, add Poland and Belarus.
Belarus. God, you
Belarus,
fucking
Belarus.
uncultured swine.
And you know what? I'm just going on pronunciation. The best. Seeing what I
Uncultured
see.
swine.
I don't need to be cultured. I'm fucking American. Uh,
Sure.
if I want your culture, I'll appropriate it. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. John in the parakeet version of a black swan. Eastern Europe. Elephant says Eastern Europe and Asia seem to be leaping over Western culture. Yeah, I don't. I could see that. Uh, No Child Left Behind works if all the children are left behind. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
No Child Left Behind. I said this. Not on last show, but the show before, I think, or
Fuck, man.
on Ed's stream. I think No
I know.
Child Left Behind is actually just leaving adults behind. It really is. It's there. No Child Left Behind. Plenty of adults left behind. They're not getting. No, it's not there. Quest says one of the guys I play soccer with is from Belarus. He's a
go.
brilliant engineer. But you know what he's not? Fucking American.
That's right.
Uh,
God damn it.
John, they're saying you need a Red Bull.
I know, dude. I agree. Oh my god, I'm just so tired. Oh, I'm exhausted.
Well,
That's
for
alright,
me,
I'll push through.
to pep myself up before the show, I think a little wank always helps. So, maybe you should consider
That
it.
usually puts me down. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that usually would just. I'd probably go to sleep.
Um, so, so that's crazy bullshit. There's other crazy bullshit going on, they're all this bullshit that with the stimulus, they're still talking about doing more money.
Are
And-
they? So I know
yeah.
that they were doing like a child tax credit thing.
Well, now the way that is they bumped up the child tax credit for next year,
Right.
and you're going to start getting it in July. Between July and December, you're going to get a two for 6 to 17,
Wow.
you're going to get $250, and then
By the way, I was gonna say if you go to Google and you type in "will," those 3 letters, 4 letters. See, I know math. Type in those 4 letters, and the first thing that comes up is, will there be a fourth stimulus check? I can't
right,
fucking talk either.
it's already a
Can't do
conversation.
math. I can't talk. What the fuck am I doing
Right.
here?
They're pushing to like I think I've said this previously. They're actually pushing to
The
try and
monthly.
get monthly payments. But anyway, that child tax credit is going to pay $250 a month, or $300 if it's a child under 6, through the end of the year. So for like 6 months, and then the remainder will be a credit on your taxes. I mean, the child tax credit's always been there. They just bumped up the amount, and they're gonna
Right.
the increased amount is going to be made in payments over the last 6 months of the year, and then you'll get the rest of the credit on your next tax filing. So it's but they're talking about they're batting it around. They're batting it around, but they don't. nobody thinks that they could get another one through anytime soon. Even a past Democrat, all the Democrats.
Yeah.
But, you know, Democrats have other things to do
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, they do.
than worry about printing money right now. Right
Oh no,
now,
they're still printing money.
what they have to do is they have to show themselves as the biggest fucking hypocrites I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Are you surprised?
It's no, this is fucking egregious. Like
Okay.
supremely egregious. To the extent that I'm like, bring Trump back.
Nice. Yeah.
So, the Chauvin trial. First off, I got to say this. I don't have a problem with them if he was found guilty of a charge. But I think it's fucking insane that he gets murder 2, unintentional murder 2, murder 3, and manslaughter 2.
Yeah.
How in the fuck did he kill the same guy 3 times?
I know, right?
How many times did he kill George Floyd? That he has to get guilty on all 3 of those counts, which are basically saying, you fucked up. Well, yeah, you fucked up. And you fucked up again. No, he fucked up 1 time. I think that's a travesty of justice on that part. I understand if a jury finds him guilty based off of what they were presented with. I get it. But seriously, why would you dump all 3 of those on somebody and treat it like 3 separate crimes?
Yeah.
That's fucking insane to me, right? But before the jury even went into deliberation, Maxine Waters opened her fucking mouth. This cunt.
No. Say it ain't so.
She has the audacity to say things like, that the verdict needs to come back guilty, 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 or we have to keep on going. And she said we've got to stay in the street and demand justice. We're looking for a guilty verdict, and we're looking to see if all the talk that took place has been taking place after they saw what happened to George Floyd. If that does not happen, then we know that we got to not only stay in the street, but we have got to fight for justice. No, right? Key in on those last 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Fight for justice.
Yep.
We've got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business. Now, God damn it, the President of the United States stood in front of a bunch of people on fucking January 6th and told them the same goddamn thing, but less
it was actually
aggressive.
not even that bad.
Less aggressive.
And he said specifically peacefully have your voices heard. Peacefully is what he said. Those words, of course, are not even brought up. Right?
And they ran a second impeachment on that fucker for it.
Right.
Maxine Waters says this. So, the judge at the trial, Chauvin's trial, he's like, no, that was reprehensible. Shouldn't have been said. His lawyers, the defense, tried to ask for a mistrial because of that, coloring the jury. The judge said no, but more than likely you have something for an appeal.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Now there's a trial going on. We've got a congresswoman saying this, and yet we're not going to act. How many times did Donald Trump get called out for obstruction of justice?
Yeah.
Trying to fucking fuck with cases. Trying to pressure defendants, et cetera, with his tweets, with the things he was saying. He was trying to influence.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know exactly what you mean.
But turn around and fucking Kevin McCarthy, is it Kevin McCarthy? Yes. Isn't that his name? Yes. 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 Puts it forward and says, yeah, House Minority Leader. He puts forward and says she needs to be censured.
Right.
And on a party line vote, not a goddamn Democrat spoke out against her. They voted 216 to 210 to table it.
Mm-hmm.
Straight down party lines. Fuck you people. And now here's the thing. Listen to her.
It's so cute that you still have like some kind of notion of like equality or like
Listen
people
to.
being treated the same or like it
No,
mattering.
I'm
No, if a
I'm
Democrat
not.
does something, it's completely okay,
I'm not.
right? It's just when Trump.
I have no fairy tale dreams. I'm just calling out the bullshit, John, because it's bullshit.
But you have to understand, like they don't care about that. Like that's part of the process is hypocrisy. Like that's actually like part of the left's ideology is hypocrisy, because it doesn't like there's no foundational principles there. There's no there's no foundational principles. It's all about just the end goals for whatever whatever they want. So whatever they're trying to do, it's about the end. So of
Hmm.
course all the means are justified.
So
So it doesn't matter that they're hypocritical. It doesn't matter if they say one thing this week and another thing next week, because it's all about the ends.
the problem is that there's so many fucking people out there that cannot wake up enough from their woke place
Yeah.
to see exactly what's happening. Especially when she says this. Here's because she doubled down on it. And she said this. Republicans will jump on any word, any line,
Right.
and try to
Mm-hmm.
make it fit their message and their cause for denouncing us and denying us, basically calling us violent. Anytime they see an opportunity to seize on a word, so they do it and they send a message to all of the white supremacists, the KKK, the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, and all of that, how this is a time for Republicans to raise money on Democrats' backs.
Yeah. Again, she
Republicans
can
will
say
jump
that.
on any word.
Yeah.
Really? And,
Mm-hmm.
and sad to say, unfortunately, it would be racist for me to say this is the pot calling the kettle black.
That's true. Well, it's racist for you to disagree with her anyway. So.
I mean, literally, we just went through 4 years of Democrats jumping on any word, any tweet,
Mm-hmm.
anything to try and lambast Donald Trump, calling
Yeah.
him violent, saying he's inciting, saying that
Yep.
he's a white supremacist and a racist and a misogynist. Everything he tweeted was up for grabs.
Yep.
Everything he said on television, no matter what it was. Fuck her.
Agreed.
Fuck her hard. This is insane.
Consensually, Susan.
This is
Consensually.
insane that she can that people will listen to her say this and have not the foresight or the hindsight to look
Mm-hmm.
at what has just gone on and what is going to continue to go on as these type of people like Waters with this bullshit rhetoric are talking out both sides of their fucking mouth.
Yes. We know that.
And that
It's part of the deal.
The Democrats will just wholeheartedly get on board and back her in saying these things after what they just went through, after what they just put this country through. Twice, 2 impeachments.
Yep.
They are going to if there is any universal justice, any karmic justice, Republicans are going to win so fucking hard in
I doubt it.
2022.
I hope so, but I doubt it.
They need to win hard.
Yeah.
I mean, this is I am literally willing to say that this is the time where you vote Republican just to
God damn
clear this bullshit out
it.
as fast as possible. I mean, it's getting to an insane point. It's the audacity, and we've got 2 years of this.
Yeah. Well, another year.
I see Seawall has joined us this evening.
Oh, what up?
This is this being the individual who doesn't carry his pocket knife.
Oh, I know. We
Keeps
were
it in his
lambasting him.
car. Whoa!
A lot of good it's
Always,
gonna do you there.
always have the pocket knife handy, brother. Always.
Right, remember where I said it was? Right here.
Right. It's always there.
Big purple gay pocket knife.
You never know when you're going to need it. I mean,
Always.
that's
Right
a
here.
that's a fire starter. That's a meal getter. That's a whittler.
Yep.
It was funny. The company man, I like that. You know, if you've never had to whittle a dowel to plug a hole,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I don't know what to tell you.
That was pretty funny.
But it's true, man. You got to have that pocket knife, especially in
Yep.
these day and ages. In this day and age, right? But yeah, I don't know, John. This is really fucking with me. I don't know why it's fucking with me. It's not. It's fucking with my sense of right and wrong. I mean, you know, this idea, and it's not even. It's not even that George, like Chauvin getting, you know, sent to jail on 3 fucking counts of murder, or 2 murder and 1 manslaughter, was good enough, because we've got Dante Wright, who was killed just in the nick of time to keep the pot boiling, so that we can have more issues surrounding that, because of course, the rhetoric is, well, you know, yes, we may have, you know, they may have accomplished something in the George Floyd thing, but that doesn't mean we can let down our defenses. We've got to keep going. You know, we can't let any more people die. It's like, okay, but you're not going to look at numbers. You're still not going to look at numbers. You're not going to look at statistics. You're not going to read the writing on the wall. I don't know, John. What I don't know how to do anything but just yell and scream about this right now. I don't know how to do anything but yell and scream about this. I mean, it's just.
That's all you can do.
And then you got this chick. I don't know. Have you seen this chick? Here, I'll throw it up for you. See if you recognize her. I should just share my screen. There we go. Can you see her? See her? I'll show everybody out here.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
Now this chick, she's fucking insane. Really? Are you going to give me a problem with what window you're capturing? Huh? Really? Really? There you go. There she is. Doesn't she look lovely? So this chick, she's got herself a YouTube channel and a Twitter handle. Now, this is where it's, you know, this is where we really have to start questioning what's okay. You know, who's it okay for? Because like this chick, she's on YouTube and Twitter spouting her rhetoric, and she has a show. It's called "Burn It Down with Kim Brown." And you know, on her show, she says things like, "For the record, I support all that shit." Talking about looting, I support them looting the damn Dollar Tree. I support the looting of what other shit did they loot? Like that Advanced Auto Park. I remember last year they looted Target. I support all that shit. Loot all that shit. Do you know why? Because black people and marginalized and oppressed people could loot every store in this whole fucking country for fucking years, for 200 fucking years, and it would not even come close to the debt that America owes us.
Mm-hmm.
And she spouts this kind of rhetoric on, you know, Tear all that shit up. Tear it up, because really that's the only language this country understands. But she has not been censored on YouTube. She's not been censored on Twitter. But
No, of course not.
why?
I'll bet she's verified, isn't she? I'll bet you she's got the little.
No,
check mark
she
next
does
to her,
not.
doesn't
She
She does not have a
actually
check mark,
here's
okay.
the thing. She was actually low key. She had like like just a few hundred views on her YouTube channel, not blue check marked or anything, not verified. However, however, Tucker
Right.
Carlson talked about her on Fox News,
Hmm.
and guess what that's going to do to her?
Oh yeah, she's gonna blow up.
She's
Yeah.
going to blow up. But I didn't go look her up on YouTube and count as a viewer for her channel.
Let's see.
I wasn't going
No,
to
you
do.
can just go to the channel. You can just go to the channel. You don't have to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to. What I meant was, I didn't play any of her videos to listen to her.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to add to her views. Uh, just like
Let's see. Burn It Down has 1.88 thousand subscribers. That's actually. I mean, that's not terrible. Obviously, that's better than us. Obviously, but yeah. So I don't know. She didn't get like a massive boost. I don't know what she was at before.
how many has she got?
And now she's got 1.88 thousand
Oh yeah,
subscribers.
she's definitely jumped up. She's jumped up a lot.
Yeah, because you were saying all her views are up.
Yeah,
Her most recent one streamed a day ago with 977 views. The
yeah,
one
she.
before that, 1.8 thousand.
Yeah,
One before
she's.
that, 4.3 thousand.
Yeah, no, she's getting.
980.
She's starting to get
Weird.
lots of traction, and that's what
Wonder
happens.
why, but her views uh, vary. Like they're not around the same.
Right,
Some
right,
will be
and
like
there's a
4.3 thousand. Other ones will be
right,
782.
right,
Like
because
they're just not
think
576.
think about it like this. She has a bunch of videos that she's got videos that she's done. This just happened in the last 2 or 3 days. So a lot
She
of
only started
people,
6 months ago.
a lot of people are jumping on and picking, going to videos. So maybe you'd have to look at the titles. Maybe there's something about those that stand out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where these people that Tucker Carlson drove to her to her channel started picking and
Right.
choosing, right? Some over others,
Yeah.
whatever. There's a
Clearly.
there's an author. Her name is Vicky Osterweil. Uh, she wrote a book, I guess, called "In Defense of Looting," and she argues
Yeah.
that stealing goods and destroying property are direct, pragmatic strategies of wealth distribution. Um,
Yes, I know. Yeah, I haven't read the book, but I've heard about it, and yeah,
okay,
I know about it.
on
Mm.
Sunday, she went on Twitter and she told her people, she told her followers that, basically telling them to attack law enforcement. This is not the time for defense, respectability, or reorganization. We got to take what we got and throw it at the motherfuckers. Okay. Now, from what I can tell, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think she's trans. I'm not
Probably.
sure.
Who knows?
My shrill ass self thinks there's only one thing to do: attack. Right? Because at the
Hmm.
moment, those two pincers, anti-trans and anti-protest, are deeply unpopular. She also said, "Fuck that, fuck 12, fuck the National Guard. Trans girls are going to rip apart your fucking transport carriers and force fem you with glitter bombs and Molotovs."
That's retarded. That is like literally, actually retarded. That
Hmm.
like that tweet has an extra chromosome.
Um, but
God damn.
hasn't been censored on Twitter. She actually took her account, locked it down, so it couldn't be
Right.
reported after she said those things.
Hey, Henry's here.
Henry first. Um,
He is first.
so what is it, John? Why, is I don't think this isn't necessarily just about race, because I think this woman is white. To be honest with you, I haven't. I can't tell the race
She
from the
has.
picture.
I don't want to be, not to sound racist, but she has like non-white hair.
Well, do you see this right? I don't. That picture is going to be her in. This is her. She's in drag. So I don't know what her race is because there's going to be a lot of makeup there. Maybe black, maybe Hispanic, maybe white with a
I don't know.
dark foundation. Osterweiler.
She looks
What's
brown to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, if you've been around drag queens, you know some of
I
them
have
do
not been
that, and
around
they're
drag
white,
queens.
right? Her last name is Osterweil, so it's a
Yeah,
very it's I don't it almost sounds
it's almost like
Polish.
Oscar Wilde.
It almost sounds Polish, right? Hey, you should pull up
Hmm.
her Twitter by this name and Vicky ACAB and look on there and see if
Yeah.
there's images and if you can tell. But Seawall says she is likely mixed. I probably.
Yeah.
But so it's okay then, I guess, to incite violence, to incite rioting and looting, and all of these things, as long as you're not
So I
white
can't
male.
follow her, but yeah, she does look like she's white in this picture.
Right.
Maybe that's not her. I don't know.
There's a horrible picture in the screenshot that I
Yeah,
was showing.
yeah. And I can blow it up, but I can't see any tweets or anything because obviously her tweets are protected.
Mm. Mm. Oh, that's right. You can't get to her
But her
account.
bio is destroy with an exclamation mark, and then author in defense of looting bold type.
Yeah.
And then of course you can buy her book. It's easy to buy her book, which I mean I'm not mad at that. Whatever.
Well, look,
Capitalist gonna capitalist.
here's the thing. The in defense of looting and wealth district. Look, is this a socioeconomic battle, or is this a racial battle,
It's
or
all of it.
right? What?
It's all of it. So this is the thing, and this is why people call it cultural Marxism, right? It's those dichotomy of oppressions. Everyone's that's what intersectionality comes from. It's about those Marxist dichotomies of oppression. So like white people are oppressing black people, straight people are oppressing gay people, cis people are oppressing trans people. Rich people, obviously, just like natural Marxism, rich people are oppressing poor people, right? Like it's all one person's oppressing another person, and so it's okay for the oppressed person to do whatever they want to the oppressor, right? Which is why these things are justified in their mind because they're attacking the oppressor. So everything they're doing is perfectly morally justified.
I wonder if she would feel the same way if people all over the country started looting her books from the bookstores.
First of all, I don't think anyone would,
I mean, that's what Quest
but
suggested. I'm going to
maybe
steal her book. Why don't we just all go loot her book and see,
it's a good
like,
point.
right? I mean, is that okay if we just loot your book and not read it? Good job, Quest. I like
Perfectly
that.
fine.
Um, I don't. So I mean, we've got to. I don't know. I don't know how to get a handle on it. I mean, is there is there going to be a way to get a handle on it if we can get more Republicans in Washington in 2022? Is that a way to get a handle on it, or is this roller coaster, is this freight train, as it were, actually going to be just careening off the rails before we can get to the next midterm election? Tell me after your lag, Spike. Saint says this is a good time to talk about my new book in defense of revolt, coming
I'm
to you
back.
this July. But I don't know, John. Do we? Is it just going to go off the rails before we can even have the midterm elections?
Is what gonna go off the rails?
All of this. I mean, this
No,
train
no, no,
that's
no, no, no,
careening headlong.
no, no.
I mean,
Nope. It'll be fine.
shit's happening fast, fast.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the case. I think it'll be all right.
I mean, the only upside that I see in all this right now is that is it Schumer? I'm trying to no. What's his name? What's the other guy's name? Who? God, I'm blanking on his name. Old guy in Washington, not Schumer, but
Old guy in
He's
Washington. That helps.
he's in the house. In the house, he's one. He
Is he
was
white too?
the white guy, right? Nancy Pelosi's
Yeah, the old white
during
guy, right?
the old white guy that Nancy Pelosi was her counter in during Trump's presidency.
Oh, that is Schumer.
Is it
That is
Schumer?
Schumer.
Is it Schumer?
Yeah.
Okay, it is
Yeah,
Schumer. He's
yeah.
calling for the legalization of marijuana, and he's wanting to make he's like pushing to get this decriminalized. Just look, let's just. So Biden has been saying. Apparently, Biden has said that he's okay with medical marijuana and he's okay with declassifying it to a Schedule II drug so that they can do further research on it. And Chuck Schumer's like, well, we just need to go ahead and just get it out of the way and be done with it. So he's pushing, he's hoping within the next year he can get this, these resolutions going through and something happening. Because most of D.C. wants it. For some reason, fucking Joe Biden wants to be a Stonewall. But when it's all said and done, dude, you need to fucking legalize weed so that people can get high and put up with all this other bullshit that's going on.
Oh yeah, that'll be coming. Yeah.
Right? I mean, we
But
need
that's
something.
also, it's one of those things, just like with abortion, being the fear of abortion being illegal. It's never going to happen because then politicians don't have something to run on, right? As long as there's like that issue, well then we can just run. We can be like, oh, I'm going to be the weed president. I'll legalize it, and then they won't, that way they can run on it again.
I mean, it's,
Maybe.
but see, they do, there's other things that can draw the focus. For instance, like they're coming after cigarettes again, right? And they're talking about passing an amendment where they to force cigarette manufacturers to cut the amount of nicotine they're putting in cigarettes, and then also to get rid of menthol cigarettes because they consider menthol cigarettes are the gateway cigarette for kids. Jesus,
God damn it!
but
I liked menthol cigarettes.
But
When I was
look,
smoking. I loved menthol.
I'm going to tell you something right
Man.
now. I'm going to tell you something right
People
now.
are assholes.
You do something like get rid of fucking
Busybodies.
menthol cigarettes, and I hate to say it, but you're going to lose a
That's
lot of the
racist,
black vote.
Yeah, that's racist to get rid of
Right.
menthol cigarettes. That's true. Yeah.
And
Good
but here's the really fucked up part. They want to cut the nicotine in cigarettes, and that is not the most addictive part of the cigarette. Nothing
Isn't
about
it?
cutting the
I thought it was.
chemicals that are in there. Dude, nicotine is not that addictive in and of itself. It's all the shit they add into there.
Okay.
There's hundreds of chemicals that they put in. You're probably more likely
Yeah,
to get
no, I
hooked
know
on the
that, yeah.
formaldehyde than some of than the nicotine.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
you vaped, right?
I mean, when I was
You
doing- when I
vaped.
was doing,
Are
like,
you
the
hooked on vaping?
Yeah, when I vaped.
Are you hooked on it?
Not anymore, but I
You
was.
can. I mean, were you hooked on it, or
With
was
the
it just
nicotine.
habit? Were you hooked on the habit?
No, I did. No, I was actually, like, I still.
How
had
hard was it to
withdrawals
put
when I
down
stopped.
vaping?
Not as hard as cigarettes, but
Right.
it was. But well, because there's not as much nicotine in it, so it wasn't as
Well,
much of it to go.
hold on though, but I need you to accept the fact that the other thing that wasn't in it was all those other fucking chemicals. I
Right.
mean, you can't even begin to tell me that if you add a few hundred chemicals into a cigarette, that the nicotine is what is going to hook somebody.
I don't know,
That
that's what I
none
always
of
thought it
those
was.
other
I don't know.
chemicals are addictive at all.
Oh no, I'm not saying that none of them are. I'm just saying I thought it was nicotine that was like specifically the most addictive.
That's what you're told. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
that's
you're
true.
told.
I am, yeah.
And that's what they would have you believe. I mean, and it's not to say that nicotine in and of itself doesn't have some addictive qualities. It can be addictive, but it is nothing compared to the addictiveness of, say, alcohol or cocaine or codeine.
I don't know.
These painkillers. It
Yeah,
is
I don't
not.
know.
It is not the same. I would be willing. I would be willing to be told I'm wrong if someone if you show me that it's harder or it's just as hard for someone to come off strictly nicotine versus coming off chemically loaded cigarettes. Because like Nature's Spirit cigarettes, those ones
Yeah.
that aren't supposed to have anything but fucking nicotine in them, it's just pure tobacco leaf. Everybody I know that I've talked that quit smoking, that smoked, it was like nothing. It was cake. They walked away from it. But walking away from these big tobacco cigarettes, I'm telling you, it is not about the nicotine that you're fucking with there.
So wait, the what was it what the Native American one that you were just talking about?
American Spirit.
American Spirits? Yeah, yeah. Didn't they get into like a big lawsuit about not actually being as organic or whatever? Not organic, but whatever thing they claimed wasn't true. I wonder what happened with that. Let me see if that was.
Now, Saint, I understand the addiction to nicotine. I do get it. Now, you have to ask yourself: are you smoking regular cigarettes, or are you just vaping on nicotine? Because I can promise you, if you're smoking regular cigarettes but you can stand to vape, if you switch to vaping, walking away from that is going to be much easier than walking away from cigarettes. Vaping is a good transition for that, but I don't agree that it's healthy at all, any healthier or any better for you than smoking cigarettes. I see them both as equally bad. But it's
So yeah, apparently the claim was that they're natural, 100% additive free, and organic,
right,
unadulterated tobacco.
right.
Um,
But that wasn't true.
Regulatory filing, blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Apparently they're bogus.
Now, Sewell says, ask cigar smokers how addictive it is. And I would have to say, I agree. You would think the cigars would give you, like, you would get a lot more nicotine. I think I do because I actually get nicotine rushes off smoking cigars. But I've smoked them for periods of time and never got hooked on them. But I had cigarettes too, that I could fall back on. But I don't know. Cigars, I don't know. With that, cigars, definitely it's an oral fixation. That's more the addictive part of that one. Don't tell any aficionados that I said that, but they just like having that big log in their mouth. I'm just saying.
Listen, Robert, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. But most of the time, it's a penis.
Quest says you don't inhale a cigar. No, pussies don't inhale cigars, Quest. Get it right.
You're not supposed to inhale the cigar.
Shit.
Not supposed to.
Are you fucking crazy? You do a surface
whatever.
inhale on a cigar. And basically where you take in the first of the throat hit, you can inhale a little of that, but the rest you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You do
Right.
just a little bit of a surface. Cigarette smokers, most cigarette smokers do inhale from the cigar. Not fully, but do
I know,
inhale
I did
from the
every time
cigar.
I've had a cigar, yeah. Yeah.
Quest says, according to CDC research, you need to be smoking 3+ a day to have it impact your health, right? Exactly. Sewell says, cigar has at least 3 times as much nicotine, at least. Sure, they do, but,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's as hard to walk away from strictly nicotine fix versus all the chemicals. Dude, man, I found... Go look at the list of shit that they put in cigarettes that different
No.
companies will use. Like a
I
lot
don't want
of
to,
shit
no.
that they make rat poison with. They put in there,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right?
Strychnine.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Strychnine.
But it's amazing. It's amazing what's allowed, right? And these kind
Yeah.
of things, it's this kind of thinking that like the Biden administration wants to come after cigarettes like that, and it's like, okay, you're using this fucked up logic about it, because you turn around and Kraft macaroni and cheese, for instance, is having a real problem because of an additive that they put in there that is it's a gelling agent that's typically used in like paint and shit like that. Right, and they're using it in food too, and it's like, why are we not talking about that stuff, right?
Yeah, what the fuck is the FDA doing? I thought
Right,
right?
where
I mean,
are they? They're too busy
Right.
approving
vaccines.
funky pills that will do all sorts of stuff
That will later
or
have a
kill
little
you,
commercial saying,
right?
"Has you or a loved one ever taken whatever? Call dial what is it? 1-800 our bad. That's 1-800 our bad."
I mean, it's so funny to me, right?
Forget where that came from. I forget. That's
Dozens
not mine.
dozens of prescription drugs out there. Oh, we can fix this, we can fix this, we can fix this, we can fix this, or it'll kill you. One of the two.
Yeah.
Either you're going to have a wonderful life free of whatever this bullshit is, or you'll be dead. Or, maybe just anal leakage. But
If you're lucky, you get anal leakage.
But the directions that they're going are just, it's insane to me, John. All of this is this. It's, I don't get it. They can't. I don't know. This is not the Democratic Party that I grew up, understanding. Right? I mean, I understood them to be liberals once upon a time.
Yeah.
Right? But not this. This progressiveness is really getting heavy-handed, and I don't know. I guess we need to. It needs to be talked about. People need to be exposed to the hypocrisy. They need to be hearing the hypocrisy. What is that? Right.
Elephant Man's talking about all kinds of drug shit in the chat. Yeah, go big or go home, no shit. He said right after dropping 2 drops of LSD and one in each eye.
See,
and a
now
half-pound mushroom sandwich. Like, all right, let's calm down.
You know how hard it is.
Calm down.
You know how hard it is to find somebody else that can appreciate liquid LSD.
No, liquid is fine, but I'm not putting that shit in my eye.
That's no. That's dude.
No,
dude.
No,
that's it's.
No.
Oh my God! You have no idea.
No.
It's all it is a jump
paper, and I'll put it under my tongue.
Right? But when you drop it, when you put it in your eyes, it's perfectly safe, and it kickstarts the hallucinations. It kickstarts the hallucinations. You get the hallucinations right away. Like it starts happening very quickly. Oh,
I don't care.
Not that a friend told me.
Yeah. I don't care.
Right, Elephant Man? A friend told me.
Putting stuff in my eye. Elephant Man told you.
You know what? And there's the problem, John. That's why you should have been, you should have been born earlier. You should have been born, back when you should have been partying with us during the 80s. You wouldn't have been afraid of it then.
Maybe.
You wouldn't have been afraid of it.
Yeah.
The upside is nobody's making bathtub LSD. What's nasty?
I don't like eye. Anything to do with my eye, touching my eye.
Do you not ever put eye drops in?
I tried not to.
I mean,
I always had a really hard time with Visine and stuff. Yeah, I always had a really hard time with that. I don't like it.
Seawall says
what I would have to do is close my eyes and then like put the eye drops on the eye and then open it and then be like, fuck. Yeah, it was rough, man.
Now see, I have the same issue. I can tell you how to fix that, how to do that. What you do is, instead of closing your eye, is the eye you're putting it in, you look as far to the other side as you can so that you're not seeing the drop coming, and then you drop it in your where your tears come out, and put it right there in that corner and tilt it down and let it run in along the eyelid. But you just got to look way over there. But I'm just saying. We have a friend that thought he was a glass of orange juice. Thanks, Quest. I like that. Reminiscing about the bronze.
About the bronze age.
Oh, and by the way, I meant to give you this quest. There's your fuck you. Yeah, the good old days. No, I don't know, man.
Making stuff out of bronze, so good. Copper and all that.
All I can say is, is like, if shit gets too bad for you out there, folks, remember Polk County's got a sheriff who's looking out for you. Move to Florida.
Yeah, I recommend that anyway. I mean, it's hot as fuck, but like at least you're free.
Oh,
kind of
John.
way you
we're this close. We're just this close to getting out of here, and I can taste the homestead on my tongue. I can taste it. I'm so looking forward to it. You have no idea. I keep walking around here at the house these last few days, just going, God, I can't wait to get out of here. I can't wait
Yeah.
to be away from this, from the city.
That's
When we're
awesome.
out driving around, and just like got to get away from all this stupidity. Just be out there. Except the ticks. Damn, I picked up ticks while we were out looking for land.
Oh my
This
god,
sucks.
no way.
Yeah,
That does suck.
yeah, it's a bad time of year. Ticks are out.
True. Alright, well, I gotta get out of here, man. So
No, you're not.
I do.
No, you don't. Why? Because you're
I
such
do.
a big tired baby. All right. Well, I'll tell you
between
what.
that and I gotta take a massive shit. So,
Wow. Thanks for sharing way too much. That was
hey,
racist.
you wouldn't,
and
you wouldn't just
no,
you wouldn't just leave a sleeping dog lie. You wouldn't let a sleeping dog lie.
We don't
alright? You
condone-
had to keep pushing. Now you need to know. We don't condone.
Quest says I'm sterling silver, just like Robert. 41. I wish I was 41. I wish. What's with all the lagging, John? Why? Why are you doing that to us? Why are you lagging?
Dude, I don't know.
But anyway,
Just
so
be a dick.
so John, before you lag again, real quick, tell these people where they can find us. Go. And there's the lag again. I love it. I love it how he sets us up. Did you do that?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
You all right?
Yeah, you're back.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're starting to come back. You're kind of choppy. I don't know why you're.
You want to just go ahead and do it? Because I'm not.
No, you've got the
Yeah, you
moment
wanna
right
go ahead
now.
and just do
Ready,
it?
set, go.
Oh my god. Hang on, I'm not back yet. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're back.
All right. Quest, John's gonna lose about 5 pounds with the beer. That's true. All right.
Tell them where to find us, John.
So yes, you can find us. Everything's in our description. We have. I'm trying to. I was in the middle of doing that. Did you not? Okay. Description.
lagging.
Links to everything. Twitter at the GenGatP. Discord server. Lots of fun. Gilded. We also have Freedom Scoop over there, so make sure you check out our Gilded. And Subscribe Star. We have Subscribe Stars. If you like us, you can give us some money. Hopefully I can have better internet if we have some Subscribe Star people. That would be awesome. And then, yeah, that's it.
All right, we're gonna get the hell out of here so John can go, take a load off his mind.
right.
There you go. We will be back on Friday at 8:30 p.m. for the big reveal. The big night is going to be Friday. Tell your friends, tell everyone
Yes.
you know, tell your family, let them know that John's shaving the beard. We need to get some people here. This is going to be fun. That'll be at 8:30 on Friday night. There's probably some other stuff we'll talk about at the same time too, because Lord knows, when everything's going to shit, there's always room in the dumpster for more fire. We'll also be back, trying to get back at you on Monday night for another episode of Fill in the Gap. Try and start your week off with a little bit of laughter at 9:30 p.m. Then we'll be back again a week from now for another rousing episode of Shooting the Shit. That'll be at 9:30 as well p.m. And all of those times are the Eastern time zone, the one and only true time zone, not to be confused with the rest of you posers out there. We're going to get the hell out of here. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. Lots of good chat tonight. Lots of fun interaction. Love to see it. We'll look for you again on our next go-round when we're taking the beard. Outside of that, have yourselves a great night,
Right.
folks, and stay safe. Peace!
Yep, see you guys.
The war will begin.